Richard Rodgers with a walk-off touchdown. Total disbelief at Ford Field.
He may go all the way to the 20 down the right side, and there's Randall Cobb to the 5, to the end zone, to the touchdown. Oh my goodness.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Green and Golden Boys Packers podcast, the podcast for very nervous and confused Packer fans everywhere. I am one of your hosts, Charles, and with me as always is Marcus.
Charles, what in the hell is going on, man? What is all this Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay, the Packers accept offer from the San Francisco 49ers? What in the heck is happening?
I don't know, man, but I am freaking out, and that is exactly why we are calling an emergency podcast to talk this through. As Marcus so eloquently just pointed out, the internet is blowing up right now because there are crazy rumors about Aaron Rodgers potentially not being in Green Bay next year. Now, this all started basically from a tweet earlier this morning saying that the 49ers have offered the Packers a trade for Aaron Rodgers. But then like 3 hours later, it came out that Aaron Rodgers is super disgruntled and is demanding a trade out of Green Bay. And trade or no trade, he will not be playing in Green Bay next year. To have this all happen today, you know, we called each other to say, should we get online, right? And the first question both of us asked is like, who does this benefit if it's not real, right? Like how is this happening right now?
Yeah, and we kind of talked through it a little bit, and I don't know who it benefits, unless the Packers have had their mind made up that they were going to trade Aaron Rodgers from the end of last season to now. I don't know how this benefits them, because if you take do you accept a trade deal where you get like a top 5 pick, and then do you take another quarterback? Or I mean, what do you do in that situation? Or do you trade that pick to somebody else and then, try to pick the top corner and maybe the top 20? Or my mind is boggled. I don't know what scenario is going to play out here, or like how this benefits anyone. I am perplexed, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there are two things here to talk about, right? Number one, is this real? Why is this happening now on draft day? And then number two, if this is real, who are we going to take, in like 2.5 hours here in the first round of the draft?
Yeah, like, is the time going to come and go, and then this all, the dust settles, and it was just like, this is all speculation. This is a backhanded comment Aaron Rodgers made to a friend who decided to leak it to Adam Schefter or whatever. Who knows? We won't know, for several hours. I don't know. We are freaking out a little bit. I'm freaking out a little bit. I think I speak for most Packer fans when I say we don't want Aaron Rodgers to go. I know a lot of people were saying that about Brett Favre when this kind of happened, when they drafted Aaron Rodgers. I mean, in that scenario, I was one of the people saying, hey, they know better than we do. Aaron Rodgers must be pretty good if they're going to let Brett Favre walk, and then have him take over the game. So I want to
That's an interesting comment. That's an interesting comment on let Brett Favre walk. I mean, it doesn't seem like, to quote Vince Lombardi, what the hell is going on out there? Like, it doesn't seem like the front office is really in control. Like, if what is being reported is actually happening, Aaron Rodgers demanding to be traded, I'm reading the headline right now, trade or no trade, I'm not coming back to Green Bay. I mean, that doesn't feel at all the scenario of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, because Brett Favre for a while there was begging to come back, right? And they, McCarthy had the press conference saying Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback, we're moving on. So to me, this feels like Aaron Rodgers is challenging the front office, and to me, as an owner, right, I almost sit back and go, or a CEO, I guess in our case, yeah, right, like, we got you under contract. Like, are you really going to be done playing football? I don't know. I mean, how strong of a position is Aaron Rodgers in demanding a trade when we have control of his his contract the next several years, really, right? I mean, do you feel forced if Aaron Rodgers is set on leaving? Do you, as the decision maker, Marcus, of the Green Bay Packers, feel forced to get rid of him now and get everything we can?
Well, it's I don't know. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is telling the front office that, hey, you don't, if you don't trade me, I'm still, I'm not coming back. You can pay me, or my contract can void out, or however it works, but basically, like, I'm not going to play for you. Now, if that's the case, and I'm Brian Gutekunst, I'm thinking, okay, well, we have a couple options here. We can convince him to come play for us. We can trade him and get something in return, or he just quits. He retires. You know what I mean? And you're kind of stuck with, I don't know, you're just SOL in that case. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, just don't buy a guy like Aaron Rodgers retiring. I don't buy it. If he doesn't show up, he doesn't get paid, right? So I feel like that's enough, and he can't go play for anyone else, right? And I just don't see a guy like Aaron Rodgers going out the way he did last year, sitting out the next 2 seasons, right? And he can't just say, I'm not going to go play for you. I'm going to go play for another team, right? Like, we have to trade him. So I feel like the Packers have all the cards in their hand, and it's really just how do they want to play it. And kind of that's a good segue of, assuming this is real, how do the Packers want to play it, right? Let's talk for a second, since the draft is coming up here in a couple hours. Let's say the Packers make this trade. What do we do with the extra draft picks? And the first time in a very long time, I haven't even looked it up, of the Packers having a top 3 draft pick this year. And before you answer that, I would say the top 3 draft pick is just half of it. Reportedly, we're going to get 4 or 5 draft picks and several players from San Francisco, including the overpaid Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, if San Francisco is willing to eat some of Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, I even though I want Aaron Rodgers to be in our team forever, I think the Packers got to listen. But we moved up last year to get Jordan Love, a quarterback. I definitely did not spend time studying quarterback film for the top 3 QBs in this year's draft. But does this completely change how we approach this draft? Obviously it does, moving up this quick. But does it completely change our view on Jordan Love if all of a sudden, theoretically a top 3 quarterback is ours for the taking?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, I haven't done a lot of research on these quarterbacks, but there are a couple that I think that are pretty interesting, and people, I think they're the consensus top 3, and that's, I think, Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Pitts, and Zach Wilson. But maybe you do keep that pick. Maybe you do pick up one of those quarterbacks, and you have like a legitimate quarterback battle in the offseason. I mean, that would be pretty interesting to see. You have a rookie and a second-year player battling for the future of the franchise. I mean, it could bring out the best in one of them, and have the kind of cream rise to the top. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, if the Packers do get that number 3 pick, they probably trade that away, to somebody else and get kind of increase their bites at the apple. You know what I mean? And maybe pick up a couple more wide receivers, or, a couple of cornerbacks, or, they could even trade that pick away, stay in the top 10 and get the best corner in the draft. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if we go that route, our last podcast of going defense completely changes. Like, now all of a sudden I'm like, let's give Jordan Love all the weapons he can, right? Devon. Oh man, this just hit me. Does Devontae want to come back to Green Bay after this season without A-Rod?
Right.
like this is just I mean, this is just so crazy, because this is clearly not the plan. I don't think we restructure Preston and Za'Darius the way we did if we know A-Rod is not coming back. I think this puts, I'm going to make a bold prediction that Aaron Rodgers is still going to be a Packer tomorrow morning.
I mean, I don't know that that's the bold prediction. I think maybe the bold prediction is that he's not a Packer any longer. But I'm going to agree with you. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a Green Bay Packer tomorrow and for the next 2 seasons, and I mean at least this next season, probably the next 2, and that could be the end of the Aaron Rodgers era.
It's 4:43 right now. I'm just checking the Google machine. I don't see anything crazy. I mean, it's all crazy. But nothing right now. I mean, we got it. I mean, hey, the draft starts in 2 hours. 2 hours, 16 minutes. I mean, we're going to know in the next 2 hours.
Yep. All right. Well, this is a story where, the both of us are going to keep an eye on very closely the next couple of hours, and I'm sure all of the listeners are too. This is going to be an interesting 24 hours regardless, but we'll tune in, we'll see what happens, and then we'll report on it when we find out, and we'll go from there.
We will go from there. Hey, it's just made this tonight that much more interesting. Marcus, have fun tonight. You doing anything fun for the draft?
No, I will be watching it in my basement by myself. How about you?
Same. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for tuning in this emergency podcast. Feel free to rate us on your favorite podcast service. Marcus, as always, go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.